Jazz Club. Really flying the music. Okay.
Hello. It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and this would be the time the Cosby Show would be airing, and tonight we're giving you episode 12 of The Death of Cliff Huxtable, chapter 11, Clair.
The house is quiet. I am sitting in the bedroom on the edge of my bed alone. I've never known a life in this house without my husband. I hear countless echoes of good night in my mind from the repast. I am restless and I will not sleep tonight. This house is quiet and I am alone.
Good morning, my love.
Good morning, Heath Clifford. It's Saturday. You sure you don't want to sleep a little bit later than 5:45 a.m.?
No, ma'am. I'm up. I don't have to go anywhere today, and I want to enjoy the whole entire day.
Well, okay, that's my point exactly. You have the whole entire day away from patients, away from the hospital, away from your students, away from the kids, and away from the grandkids.
I know. And that has to change.
That last conversation with Russell got to you, huh?
You know, Claire, technology has taken over, and we don't see our kids anymore.
We see them.
That trip.
Well, it's Skype.
Whatever. It doesn't count. And I know it's Skype. Baby, I was just checking to make sure you're up to speed on your hypness.
Oh, yeah, because you are so with it, huh, Cliff? So what's going on?
Claire, we should go and visit with each of our children and visit with them. If they won't come to us, well, then we'll go to them.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. That's all you got?
Would you like something else?
At 6 in the morning?
5:45.
At 5:45 in the morning. I'm having an epiphany, and all you can say is okay.
And what is your epiphany? That we need to go and see our children and grandchildren?
Yeah.
Cliff, that's not an epiphany. See, that's Saturday. That's a Saturday morning. If you want to visit the children, let's visit the children. But also, let me say, the children need to come around here more often. And let the record show.
Oh, Lord. Here we go with the record. It's always time to show the record.
We do visit them more often than the reverse. We've made our rounds. These people are younger and more spry than us.
Oh, wait. Speak for yourself, fair lady. I am plenty spry. Now, let me show you how spry I am.
Cliff, I am not spending my Saturday in the emergency room again because you got spry on your mind.
Oh, baby, it's not just on my mind.
Put that away before you hurt yourself. Wait a minute. Did you take one of those little blue pills this morning while I was asleep?
A doctor never discusses if he self-medicates.
And a judge knows how to cast a sentence of probation for disobedient and the wretched.
You wouldn't dare.
Let the record show.
Touche. Now kiss me, woman.
I open my arms and embrace my husband as he rests into my bosom. Our closeness is all Cliff really wants. It's all he ever wanted, to be close to me. I hold my husband, stroking his white hair and humming him back to sleep. My care is what he needs of me right now. The house what's quiet, except the faint sound of the television in the living room. Cliff! I call for Cliff from the kitchen, and there's no answer. I'm bringing in groceries from the car, placing them on the kitchen counter. Cliff, I'm back with the blue crabs. I go back out to retrieve one last bag of groceries. I come back in and call for Cliff again. Okay, Cliff. I can hear the television, so I know you're in the next room. Come in here and help me with these crabs. Still no answer. It isn't like Cliff to ignore me. Try not to worry. Okay, buddy, no crabs for you tonight. I've called 3 times. The kitchen door to go into the living room. Cliff! I see the television on, but no one in the living room watching it. Cliff must be in the bathroom. Cliff, I'm back for crabs for time. Are you upstairs? Still no answer. I cross the room towards the stairs and find Cliff lying on the floor. Cliff! Cliff, can you hear me? Cliff! I hop up and call 911. Yes, Dr. Cliff Huxtable at 10 Stigwood. He's having a heart attack. Please send an ambulance and come to the front of the house this time. And hurry. Okay, thank you.
Claire.
Yes. Shh. I hear you. Don't try to speak. Save your energy. The ambulance is on the way.
Claire. Don't let them keep me this time. Let me come home. I'm tired, and I don't want to stay there. Don't let them keep me.
Stop trying your own doctor. Let's get Dr. Burns first. You need to stay calm and you need to relax.
Now, Claire, you promised me. I want to come home.
I reassure Cliff that I will take care of him and all will be as he wants it. But first, we must go to the hospital. The ambulance arrives and the medics enter the front door with urgency and familiarity. They've done this before for Dr. Huxtable. As the medics get Cliff on the gurney, he makes me promise once more that he will be able to come home. I promise Cliff his wish. My promise is what Cliff needs of me right now. The house is quiet, except the occasional bursts of laughter coming from my bedroom. Eunice, Chantilly, and Cliff are visiting, and I am biting back every ounce of vinegar I have building up. All I want to do right now is walk into my bedroom and kick that low-down, no-count heifer out of my house. But no. Today, for my husband, I will be the bigger woman, and I will demonstrate grace and God, while Eunice Chantilly is sitting in my bedroom with my husband in my house, wearing that tacky wooden beret. Did Cliff buy her that beret? He better not have bought Eunice Chantilly that beret. You know what? Let me find out he bought. You know what? No. Stop it, Claire. Stop it now. That is your husband, and you trust him. Even if you don't trust Eunice Chantilly the length of an inchworm, you trust him. Yes, I do. I trust my husband. My husband. Another burst of laughter seeps through the cracks of my bedroom walls, followed by an...
Oh, Bucky. Oh, you are something else.
I want to bust that whole entire door down. Oh, Bucky? What is she in there doing? Talking about, oh, Bucky. What is Bucky in there doing? No. Pull it together, Claire. You are a rational woman. You are Mrs. Heathcliff Huxtable. Have been for 50 years. And Eunice Chantilly has nothing, except that tacky barrette.
Oh my goodness, Bucky. Oh, you are something else. You are too much. Now you know you need to stop.
Yes, Bucky, you need to stop. She's got but one more old Bucky before I...
Bucky? Now look, that ain't the way I remember it.
All I want to know is, what are they in the room reminiscing over? Well, are they remembering the time they fell in love? Are they remembering the church trips when I would see Cliff and Eunice Chantilly sitting with each other on the bus? Are they remembering the time Cliff promised to take Eunice to her senior prom, but missed it because he was sitting by the lake with me? Sadness washes over me as I remember the look on Eunice Chantilly's face when she came over that hill in her prom dress, calling for Bucky, only to find him kissing me by the lake. You know, I won the man through some persuasion and some theft, but Cliff was mine. And I sit back down in my chair. And for the next hour, I'll listen as old friends, will they remember and they laugh. Through grace and God, I found the peace in myself to allow the only woman I worried could ever take Cliff away to spend an intimate afternoon with my husband in my bedroom. Bucky is saying goodbye to his first love, and my grace is what Cliff needs of me right now. The house it's quiet until the phone rings for the 100th time today. I'm supposed to plan the funeral, but I'm sitting on the edge of my bed. Staring into the opposite wall seems to be all I have the strength to do right now. The funeral is set for next week, and in that time, there's a lot to accomplish. I will select what Cliff will wear. I will arrange the order of events for the funeral. I will host the repast. I will handle it all, and all will be handled in the typical, elegant Clair Huxtable way. I'm in full control, and my resolve to see the entire family through the funeral is what Cliff needs of me right now. The house is quiet. Finally, again. The funeral was smooth and well executed, as far as funerals can be good. The choir sang all of Cliff's favorite hymns, and the Reverend Al Sharpton spoke a few words, as did fellow Dr. Ben Carson, both of whom respected Cliff as a man of the community, as a man of service, a man of medicine, and as a man of God. Cliff honored his relationships with important people in the city, but he favored his family above all else. And while most marveled at his connections with the great and the famous, his greatest ally was his wife, and also his best friend. Cliff had a champion in me. The repast was flawless. There was a balance of grief and of joy, of tears of sorrow and from laughter. All our children, well, all but Denise, indulged the visitors with tales of better times with Dr. Huxtable and inquiries on their lives. Constant questions like, well, how you holding up? And, well, are you making it okay? And, well, you'll let me know if I can do anything for you, right? Began to really irritate me. I am not fragile. I am not on the brink of falling apart. I exuded confidence and strength the entire evening and never once let a crack show. But why? Who was that for? Why not fall apart and allow someone else to catch me or pick up the pieces? The last 2 weeks have been long. Caring for my husband as he lay dying in our bed, he wants to be home his final days, receiving family and friends and Eunice Chantilly in his final moments. The exhaustion of portraying the dutiful and strong wife has taken a toll on me. Well, Heath Clifford, you made it to the finish. You made it. Cliff. Oh, my darling love. I cry. I fall to my knees. No one is left for me. No one stayed because no one thinks I'm vulnerable. No one stayed for me because I'm always strength and fortitude personified. The only one to ever catch me? Cliff. My spirit breaks on the floor of my bedroom as the life of my husband no longer resides there. I cry the lament of a million broken hearts and abandoned loves. The keening, relentless, the moans from a depth of sorrow I have never known in my life exhausts me. And it ultimately helps me to sleep in my clothes in the middle of the bedroom floor. The morning sun pours through my bedroom window, kissing my face, just as Cliff had nearly every morning for 50 years. A slight smile creeps upon my face as I mistake the rising sun for the warmth of Cliff's love. Rolling over, expecting to greet my husband with a comforting, "Good morning." My arm hits the bed frame at the foot of the bed. I'd slept there all night, still in my clothes from the previous day. I sit up and lean against the bed's footboard. Cliff, thank you, love you, loved me, and I thank you. You gave me 5 beautiful souls, and our children gave me new life every time I gave life to them. You brought so many lives into this world, but no soul was touched in a more profound way than the way you touched me. Thank you. This house is quiet.
The house is indeed quiet. Claire closes her eyes and feels the sunlight kiss her face. She sings "We Belong Together." It's a song she used to sing for her father. Today she sings it for Cliff. And as she sings, Claire gets up from the floor and removes yesterday's clothes, yesterday's sorrow. She puts on her robe and sits on the edge of her bed. Cliff is gone, and the house is quiet. And Claire is alone.